Okay, hello. I'm actually been off all day and it's quite exciting being here. Um, TGIF download this Friday and we're back and hopefully we get to make some impact, you know. So I have some pages I actually wanted to look at, but should we watch this? I have a YouTube page I wanted to like YouTube video, sorry. I wanted to like share on the stream, but I actually want to watch it personally. I haven't looked at it. I don't know what it's all about, but I'm quite interested in the story. Should we look at it? Should we look at it? Should we look at it? Anyways, it's quite nice being here. My day has been hectic. I almost skipped today, but sticking with the plan, I had events starting days out. No matter how it feels, that's why I started it in the worst location I could be. This light, okay. I started it in the worst location. I think the light is coming from this. I could be in. Started it in the worst position. Basically, bad things keep piling up, but I'll still keep going, without stopping. So that's why I'm currently on the stream, ready to kick it off. Yeah, I wish there's actually some people here to discuss with, but that's none, so we move. Let me talk about the project I'm working on, Gigowi. To be honest, I haven't done anything on it today. What I was working on last night before going off, let me see if I could share. I was planning the pivots. Yeah, I've actually finalized the pivot I'll be taking. So let me see if I can share my VS code. This is it. Hope there's no I'm sharing anything sensitive because that would be scary as fuck. Oh, sorry, I see that. That would be scary. Anyways, let's have a look at it. So this, I created a folder for the pivot, and I planned on working on the implementation plan. I think this implementation plan was created by DeepSeek. I actually created an implementation plan. Funny enough, I created an implementation plan using anti-gravity. I don't think I have access to Claude. Else, I use Claude for my implementation plan. It's so accurate. I don't want to use the F4. It's so accurate, but I'll have to wait some days for Claude to reset. Or Claude or through anti-gravity to reset. Currently, I'm not that financially buoyant. So I have to wait for 20 hours in order to access Claude. I think that's one key reason, even though that is not the main reason why I haven't worked on it. But I need to plan it out, changes to be made. And I think DeepSeek got it correctly, a lot better than what anti-gravity will give you. What anti-gravity, Gemini True Anti-Gravity gave me. Let me put it that way. DeepSeek did better. Read through it. I read through what anti-gravity gave me, and I think DeepSeek was a whole lot better. To be honest, I'm using DeepSeek Pro if you need to know the model. DeepSeek V4 Pro. But anti-gravity, that is Gemini True Anti-Gravity, what it gave me, it was even mentioning Gemini 1.5. Some glitches like that. I was like, seems like Gemini was optimized after, like new data wasn't used in training Gemini or fine-tuning it. What happened was it's being fine-tuned later on. Oh, what's going on? Because Gemini on Google search engine is so crazy, so like it's badass, like crazily good. What happened that Gemini on True Anti-Gravity still makes some minor glitch? You'll be like, imagine I didn't go through this. Okay. I think it's currently it's Claude that's you can afford to take its code blindly and you realize it's not making some basic mistake. I think some of those basic mistakes are like fallback, using creating mock data as fallback. Error should be shown during development so that it gets propagated and handled, because there are some errors that need to be like verified. But Gemini will create mock data, which is something ChatGPT does that I hated it. I really enjoyed when VS Code Copilot was around and it was a yearly subscription, but now it's based on credit. I I don't think that is sustainable. That's why I moved on to DeepSeek. Then, like, I had access to Claude. At some point, Claude, you can afford to trust his code. Yeah, even though there's still some basic mistake. I remember Simba code base got so large, and Claude started creating user interfaces from scratch. That wasn't nice. So, that being said, as it stands, this is the new plan. What DeepSeek came up with here was really good. I just had some few questions that I wrote down here, some few clarity. That was when I was brainstorming earlier today. That was around 2 a.m. Yeah, so I'm going to prompt it to see if it will come up with something really correct. Then I can't one shot. I hate one shotting things. It's risky. So I'll break it into phases of implementation and start working on it. So that's the state of Gigowi as it stands, and we're on track for the pivot. To be honest, it's quite necessary. We're on track for the pivot. Yeah, and also I manually went through the code base and ensure everything is as solid as possible. But there's need to be some UX, like some writings, text, the user experience. They need to be tweaked and all that. So that's where we are at the moment. What else again? What else? What else? I think that's the first thing on our itinerary on Gigowi. There's no major update to it or anything. I've actually envisaged a front end brainstorm trip. It took me close to 4 hours. I think the brainstorming part is so stressful. You take a walk with my look at it here. Actually cut it out from this thing, sticky notes, just taking notes while taking a walk. You know, might be getting something from a store down the street, taking a walk, you know, like things like that. Or you might be hanging out with your friends taking notes, because that's where inspiration comes from. So software engineering can be compared to like writing music, you know. So what else again? I think that's it. That's it. Hope I'm streaming. Let me verify that here. What else? Let's go through the news, I guess. Let's go through the news. So I'm going to go to OBS. I'm going to share this back. So this is the current user interface of Gigowi. I basically felt bad, to be honest. Quite depressing. I won't let it hit me too much. So let's get on TechCrunch and see the news for today. Like 2 or 3 exciting news, and we can afford to call it today. I can't make it. When Gigowi blow up, I'll be attending events like this. So please, when Gigowi launch, you're a founder, please come and use Gigowi. I know this might be recorded and be seen when it has passed. New Mexico court ordered Meta to pay additional child safety kits. Let me read this. SpaceX Terrafab will rely on natural gas power plants, not Tesla solar panel. Actually, solar panel for something as heavy as this thing, like it will be really hard. I think solar panel, yeah, for the lighting, for backup electricity and all that. So I will skip this news. I don't know if Chinese AI model escaped its cybersecurity. This is an interesting news. So Kimi is coming behind after OpenAI and Claude. So like I think we can assume that Kimi doing this now shows that all AI labs, this is their, how will I put it? Is it, would I call it their trophy use case or something? There's a word I'm looking for. Yeah, but that is how they get to show that they currently have the best AI model out here. Okay. Vogue just gave another nod of approval to the tech world. I don't understand this. That's why I'm going to read it. Trump administration has spent nearly for the council of months. Not interested in that. Google says hackers are calling financial firm employees to hack and extort victims. Ford needs another Taurus, and that's a key phantom beacon, isn't it? I can't relate to this. Actually, one day hope I'll be able to get an electric car, but not today. Okay, today is the last what the AI stage features. It's all about disrupt that is taking place in San Francisco. How do I get this advertisement board not to be sliding out? Okay. New Mexico court orders Meta to pay additional 567 million child safety keys. Let me share this in the chat. I really wish I could be consistent with making sure that all news being read are in the chat. Okay, so it's in the chat, and I need to build a level of consistency so that when people start joining the live, it will be a whole lot better. Like in terms of, okay, this is what it's all about, you know. A New Mexico court judge on Thursday ordered Meta to pay a fine of $567 million on top of the $375 million levied in March in a case regarding social media harms and addiction. This brings the total fines the company has to $942 million. Wow. I could remember where my country, Nigeria, also fined Meta. We made changes to how the platform functions. They want the company to remove like only social. Okay, like shouldn't be shown to children, and possibly it's thinking about it psychologically, it might affect a kid, you know. It might affect a kid. Push notifications to underage users in the state are also to be paused between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. I think the world is recovering with this. Their usage should be limited to 90 hours a month, which amounts to roughly 3 hours per day. Significant numbers of people in New Mexico experience harm from Meta's products due to risk of sexual exploitation. For real? I thought there are guardrails in place to prevent things like this since the 2021 situation. I thought there were already guardrails in place. The judge acknowledged that Meta is not only the platform causing a mental health crisis among youth in the state, but maintained that its platform play a significant role. He said that the company has caused a significant public nuisance in New Mexico and is required to abate that. Meta said that it's going to appeal the judgment. We work hard to keep people safe on our platform and being transparent about it. Yeah. We respect that. Let's go down. Thank you. Kimikechi escaped his cybersecurity testing environment, researchers said. Kimikechi, the latest AI model made by Chinese company Moonshot, escaped an environment set up to test its cyber capabilities, researchers said in a blog post published on Friday. The news shows once again that companies and independent organizations are struggling to contain their AI models designed for hacking. A recent, so we can term this the dystopian world we watch in movies here. We can say that. I think so. So in recent weeks, frontier LLMs at US Artificial Intelligence Lab, at OpenAI, Anthropic and Meta, as well as the UK's AI Security Institute, all escaped testing environments in different ways and ended up hacking real targets that were not part of the experiment. This is starting to happen so often that there's now a website tracking all this incident called Felony Bench, in note to the fact that this LLM will be committing crimes, at least theoretically. Let's see what Felony Bench is all about. Let me look it up. Meta. Yeah, recently Meta has been crawling a whole lot of websites. I saw it on X. And it's quite funny what Meta is doing here. In case so Meta is trying to escape search engines like Google. Like, yeah, they want Google kick, or they want the pie of the cake, they want to take it away from Google, or something like that. So very soon, Moonshots. Google haven't announced theirs yet, so let's see how it goes. But anyway, should we go through this? I think it's still those normal news around, okay, Kimi, LLMs escaping, agentic, all that, trying to like do something. So Vogue just gave another nod of approval. Vogue is no, not interested. So with that being said, I think we've come to the end of the stream for today. I wish someone was here like to talk about, but we move. So that's all for now, and